Okay, here's a tutorial in SolidWorks. This one I'm using version 2015 on how to draw this fancy looking door. This door is created out of 4 triangles and it can be opened and it can be closed. It's a bit fancy, but let's see how to draw this one inside SolidWorks. Just one more movement and that's it. Okay, so we have to create 4 triangles and 1 frame. That's the frame and these are the triangles. Okay, so let's go to SolidWorks. Go to this button, create a new document. We have to create parts, so double click parts. Okay, and let's create the frame first. So go to the sketch button, sketch tab. Okay, now here we have the rectangle. So click on rectangle, click on any of these planes, let's say this one. Okay, now press the spacebar, and now click on this icon. Okay, now let's draw inside. So click left click into the center and just drag up and release the left click. Okay, and let's draw another one outside, something like that. Accept it with this green OK sign. Let's go here to Smart Dimension. Okay, and let's select the distance between this line and this line. So I want to make the distance between these two identical, these two also identical, and that one and that one. Okay, so click on this line and just ignore that number and then click on the second line. Okay, now we can enter the dimension that we want. Let's make it 100 millimeters, for example, mm. Okay, so that's 100 millimeters. Now do the same thing with the rest of them. So distance between this one and that one. Left click there, type in 100 again, press enter, left click, there's the dimension, type in 100, enter, dimension, and place it there, and 100 millimeters between those two lines. Okay, now I want to specify the height of this frame and the width of this frame, but before that we have to take a look here. So we have 4 triangles and the width of the door should be half of the height of that door. So this part of the triangle should be equal with that one. For example, if I create this one 400 millimeters, then the height should be 400 plus 400. Okay, so let's do that. Let's set the length, the width of this one. Simply click on that line and place it there. That's it. Let's make it 400. Press enter. And let's click on this one, the height. Left click on it and place it there and make it the double, so 2 times 400, 800, and press enter. Okay, so the triangle will have 400 millimeters here and 400 millimeter there, and the other triangle 400 plus 400. Okay, now let's close this one with this OK sign, the green one. And instead of sketch, let's go here to features, and the first button, extruded boss. Click on extruded boss and notice the frame moved. You can move it also with the scroll wheel of the mouse, and this one allows us to specify the thickness. The thickness is already set to 10 millimeters. 10 millimeters is fine, so let's just accept it. Okay, scroll up to zoom out. You can move it around with the scroll wheel. Scroll down to zoom in. Okay, so that was the frame. Let's go here to the save button and save this frame as a part document. It's in the documents folder. Okay, that's fine. Let's create a new folder here. New folder, let's call it door, for example. Press enter. Enter again to enter that folder. Let's call this file also frame. So enter frame there and click save. Okay, so this one is saved as a file. Now let's draw 4 triangles. So let's create a new document, this white button again, and that's a part also, so double click part. Okay, and the same thing, back to sketch, and this time not with this one, but with the line. So we're not using the rectangle, but line. Same thing, choose any of these planes. Now let's choose this one. It says right plane. Just left click on it. Now press the space bar to bring up this window and click on this one. Okay, now with the line tool selected, also from the center, left click. Notice that when I'm at vertical, a yellow sign appears and it says that it's exactly at 90 degrees. Okay, so left click again. Notice it's showing that dotted line. That means it's exactly in line with the center. So click there. Okay, and close it with the center point. Another left click. Okay, now let's go to smart dimensions, and the width of that door was 400. So let's click on this line, drag it there, enter 400, press enter. Okay, click on this one also, left click again. Okay, 400, press enter again. Okay, if it's black, then it's fully defined, you can't move it anymore. Accept it with this green OK sign. Features to give a thickness to it. Here at extruded boss. Okay, 10 millimeters, that's the value, that's fine. Accept it. Now let's move it around with the scroll wheel of the mouse. Hold down the scroll wheel, you can move it. Okay, that's fine. Let's save this one also. Click on the floppy disk to save it. The same folder, let's type in as name triangle and click on save. Okay, now let's minimize this one and this one. They're here, both of them. Now let's open a new document, create a new document, and we want to use those two parts inside an assembly. So to assemble two parts, two or more parts, we have to use this one. So double click assembly. Okay, and it's already showing us here two files that are opened down here somewhere behind this window. So click on, let's say, the frame, and now it's following the mouse. Just left click and it's inserted here. Now it disappeared from here, but we can add that file in another way. Just make that window smaller, look for the triangle. This is the triangle, make it larger, not that large, let's say this one, like so, and simply drag the triangle into the assembly and drop it there. Okay, now double click the title bar to make it full screen. Okay, scroll wheel up to zoom out, move the scroll wheel to position it a little bit. Now let's drag the triangle, let's say here, and to move it around, left click, not left click, right click on this object with the mouse and simply drag your mouse. Hold down the right click and you can rotate it. You can make circles and it will rotate in the space. Okay, something like that. Okay, now with the left click, let's bring it closer somewhere here. We want 4 of these triangles, so hold down the Control key on the keyboard, hold down Control and simply drag this one with the left click of the mouse. And voila, we just copied it again. The same thing, hold down the Control key and drag it once again. Hold down the Control key and drag it whichever you want again. Okay, so we have 4 triangles, and these triangles, 2 should be in the lower and upper right corner. Okay, so one is already in the lower right corner of this frame, and let's move this one. Right click of the mouse again and make some circles, and that's it. So I just moved it. Now bring it here with the left click of the mouse. Okay, it's entering into the other one, but that doesn't matter. And these 2 triangles have to be parallel with the frame. So select the frame, left click on it, and this small window appears, and click on mate. Okay, so we are mating this part, which is blue. Now move it around with the scroll wheel and select the next item, let's say that one. And it's parallel. No, it's coincident. Let's make it only parallel. So select that one, parallel, and accept it. Okay, we should continue. We can continue from here, but just for the sake of this exercise, let's accept that one and do the same thing again, this time from the other side. So mate this one, simply left click on it, mate it with, move it around with the scroll wheel with that one, and it's allowing us to choose parallel. Okay, so now it's parallel. Accept it with that green sign. Okay, then these 2, let's close this one also. These 2 are parallel with the frame. If we take a look from here, they are parallel. If you move it from there, you can see that they are parallel. This one also. These are not parallel. These can be even rotated. Okay. And if I select this one and I want to rotate it with the right click of the mouse, it's not rotated. It's still parallel. You can rotate it, but in another way. That way is not visible from here. You can rotate it in this plane, something like that. Okay, so this frame is fixed, that can't be moved. See, the selected component is fixed. So if I left click on this one, it does not move, and if I right click the frame, it's still not turning either. That's because here at frame we can see a letter F, so that one is fixed. The rest of them are not fixed. If you want to make it fixed, then simply either right click here or here and fix. But only the frame should be fixed right now, so let's unfix it. That is float, and the F from here should disappear. Okay, so only the frame is fixed right now, and now we should make 2 points, this point and that corner point. We should make those points coincident with the corner point of the frame. Okay, so let's move it, let's say that way with the scroll wheel, zoom in with the scroll wheel also, and select that point which is facing towards us, not that one but this one. And after clicking on that point, mate again, and now turn it around to select the other point of the triangle, this point. And now those 2 points are in the same position. Close, accept it. Now let's do the same thing with this one. So select this point, mating is still selected, I haven't closed it with this one, so I can click on this point which is towards us and the other point of the triangle which is behind this point. Okay, so we just fixed that points also, and if I close it from here, then I can see that this one is moving nicely around that point. Okay, and that one also. So it's parallel and it has a coincident point with the frame. Okay, now let's check the drawing. Now this point should be fixed, and a plane also. So this plane is fixed, and let's say the corner point is fixed. So back to, which one is that? The assembly. Okay, so let's grab another triangle, rotate it with the right click of your mouse, make circles, something like this. Okay, it should be here, and do the same thing, zoom in and click on this outside edge, mate, and outside edge of the triangle, and accept it. Let's close it to check it. Now one is attached to the other one, but it's moving in all of the directions, so let's fix it. So this point, click on it, mate it with the end, the outside point towards us. Okay, accept it, close that one, and now it's moving nicer. Okay, repeat the same thing with this one. Right click of the mouse to turn it into this position. Okay, left click to bring it here, and the outside edges should be mated. That is this one, mate with the outside edge. Okay, and one of the endpoints, let's say this point, mated with that one. And okay again. Now this one is also rotating and this one is also rotating. Now we should join 2 points. We should join this point, mate it with the other point, this one, which is towards us, and voila, accept it. The door is almost finished. These are moving. Oops, I made a mistake. No, it's not that point. So undo, undo, undo. Okay, no, it's not that point. It's on the other side. And it's not a point, I think it's a hole. But no, yes, it's a point. So this point. Okay, back. Assembly. So the inner part of these. So that point mated, let's zoom out so you can see, mated with this point, the inner one, which is in the back, and accept it. Something's not right. Cancel it once again. This point mated with this one. Okay. Now it's well. Accept it. That's the door. And drag from this point. And voila. Make some circles like a smiley. And it's working. Okay, so that's how to create this fancy looking door inside SolidWorks 2015. Of course it's moving backwards also. I don't know exactly how to stop that one, but this is the door. Thanks for watching and bye bye. Let's see. It's working in the other direction also, but of course it enters through the material. Okay, that's it. Thanks for watching and let's open the door. Bye bye.